Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Are you ready for some medicine? Good morning. Are you ready for some medicine? Look, I know it's Friday, but we don't get excited because it's Friday. We get excited because it's another opportunity to serve the Lord. Today's prescription comes from Proverbs chapter 24, verse 1. Proverbs chapter 24, verse 1. Don't envy the evil or desire to be with them, for the hearts plan violence and their words stir up trouble. Don't envy the evil or desire to be with them, for their hearts plan violence and their words stir up trouble. Let me just speak to y'all this morning on this thought for today. Oftentimes that bothers or stresses or give believers some type of anxiety is when we see the wicked flourishing, when we see the wicked prospering. And what I mean by prospering, we see them get the promotions. We see them not struggle. We see them get the new house, the new car, monetary things. And we look at them that they're not hurting to pay their bills. They're not hurting when it comes to spending. They don't have debt like us, or whatever the case may be. We look at them, and in looking at them, we compare ourselves to them. And because we see all the glamour, all the riches, all the fame, all of that, we start minimizing ourselves. And it opens up the door. Let me tell you what that does. It opens up the door for envy. It opens up the door for a craving, a foothold for the enemy to seduce, deceive, that somehow we'd be better off if we were doing what they're doing. And then when we ask that question, well, what is that? The enemy whispers quietly, if you weren't serving the Lord like that, that's the difference. And we take that thing to mind. And that thing starts ministering to us. That thing starts sitting on us, upon our hearts, going back and forth in our mind. And next thing you know, we start looking at our walk with God a little bit different. We start accepting a little bit of sin. It's just a little bit. And next thing you know, we full-fledged in it. We full-fledged in it. And it may bring us some temporary excitement, temporary fame. But tell me, I'll tell you this, it's all going to burn out. That flame is firing right now. It's going to burn out. I say all of that to paint this picture of the deception. That when looking at the wicked, that they're better off than us. David had this problem. Go back and read the Psalms. And when you read the Psalms, David had an issue that he was running from Saul, King Saul. And as he was running from King Saul, he able to see others prospering, others in the wicked. Why King Saul ain't going through this? I'm the one that's trying to live for you, Lord, but King Saul over here chasing me. How in the world is that? And some of those things is hard to put together in his mind because the enemy was playing tricks on him. King Saul, he better off than you. Maybe you need to be the king like that. All these things the enemy says and tells us. But I want to put this thought in our minds to combat that, because we all will be faced with that. Because we're going to see what we think is prosperous, what we think is a blessing, what we think are riches. And we're going to see monetarily that the wicked might get that promotion over you. And they're not even doing things righteous. Matter of fact, you might even been doing the work for them. And somehow they gave them the credit. You're going to see where you've been praying for fill in a blank. And it seems like that goes and you've been waiting, yet we see somebody else that's not even in the Lord and they got blessed with whatever fill in the blank. Rather be a healing, whatever the case may be. Man, they got the money to pay for that. But yet, look at me, I'm over here serving the Lord. I barely can fill in the blank. All these things we are going to be faced with. But how do we combat that? First, I'm going to let you know in on a secret. Come a little closer, let me tell you. You're better off. What? Did you just say I'm better off? Yes. You're better off. The reason why God says don't envy the evil or desire to be with them, wisdom says this to us, is because wisdom understands that you're better off. We are better off. Remember this. We live the life they're living. They haven't lived the life we're living. The reason why we came to the Lord is because of that life. And that life that's being lived and where we end. We can't forget that. We can't forget and allow deception to deceive us to forget about that. Nah, we've been there. But they haven't been where we are. Let me tell you, and we will understand this and go back to remember this, we didn't have peace in that life. And I'm telling you, what is the point of a promotion, all this earthly riches, if you don't have any peace? Constantly in turmoil, constantly have to try to fill in a blank in order to get fill in a blank. Nah. See, that's just a burden. And I'm telling you, the blessing of God is that he's taught me that it's not mine to carry. Because I've realized I was carrying a lot. I realized that I didn't have peace. Not the true peace. My peace was monetary. It was based on things, and things waste away. That car gets old. Cars break down. Houses get old. Things get old. The limelight of the promotion will one day wear away. Yet I still got to deal with the issues within me. And I'm telling you, you're better off. You're better off because you have a peace that surpasses all understanding. You're better off because you have joy that's not based on a thing. You're better off because your heart is not filled with unforgiveness, changing with the weather, depending on what people do and don't do. No, it's depending on what God does. And he's a God that never changes. Your love is not conditional. You don't carry things, man. I don't have to worry. And I'm telling you, one thing I have to worry, even if I get a job, I don't have to worry if I'm going to keep it. All I got to do is serve God in it. Because guess what? Guess what? He's the one that gave it to me. So he's the one that's going to maintain it. I just got to serve him. Yet when it's not in him, I always got to feel like I got to do something to keep it. What a burden that is. I'm so glad I don't have to carry that no more. I'm so glad that God has given me the lens to even see the people that I put myself around and connect myself with. See, I thought I'd try to do all of that. No, I just trust God, and God did all of that. You see what I'm saying? You're better off. We're better off. We don't have to be consumed with all of that. we're better off. We serve a God that is able to show us the end from the beginning. He directs my steps if I follow him. He directs our steps if we follow him. And if we follow him, oh my goodness, it will always lead to better. So you know what? I don't trip over all of that. Because God is leading me, and if God is leading me, I can applaud even if I didn't get it. And thank God still for it. I don't have to carry that animosity. Nah. Life is too short. And I have an inexpressible joy that can't be found on the earth. And the sad reality is, I was just like them, and they're still looking for it. What I'm saying is, Paul said in the book of Philippians chapter 3, I believe, he said, I learned the secret to be content. I learned it. And what did he learn about being content? I trust God. Because he never fails. And when I think about my life, when I had it, that's all I did was experience failing. So I'm saying with this morning medicine, I just want to remind you that you're better off. You're better off. You are better off. We don't have to envy the wicked. No, trust me. What we have, they're still chasing. Just continue to be the light. Appreciate the light. Appreciate the gift of God that we have. These things that money can't put a price on, but everybody's looking for it. People looking for their purpose in life. People are looking for direction. People are looking for, because they have a void inside of them. But yet, their void, we're already filled. I'm just saying, for our morning medicine this morning, as you take this into the weekend, as we look upon the horizon, as these thoughts come to your mind that the enemy tries, you just tell it, Satan, nah, Satan, I'm better off. When you didn't get that promotion, you thank you, Lord, because I'm better off. Because the greatest gift that we have is Christ. This is your morning medicine. I just want you to remember one thing. Keep this secret. You're better off. God bless you all.